Welcome back to my channel, man. My name is Muhammad, if y'all don't know who I am. And it's been a year out of the United States. Officially a year out of the United States, because I left last year in 2024, around September. And it was supposed to be just a 1 month vacation to Colombia. And it ended up me being a year later all the way in Asia, in Thailand to be exact. And the year's not even over yet, you know. Now I'm just gonna vent to y'all. I'm just gonna get straight to the point on this video. It's really no purpose behind this video but to tell people to keep on pushing. I did not know when I left that I would be a guy that ended up in front of a camera. I honestly don't like talking to people. I'm an introvert, and me being out of the country just opened my eyes completely, you know. Now, I started my YouTube channel out of the country as well too, and I know that this is my purpose. I know this is one of my purposes, is to pick up this camera and speak to you guys, because I know my voice is powerful. I feel like I have a presence when I speak to people, if I decide to speak to people, because I don't need to. But I just want to tell y'all about my time out of America and why I feel like it's so important for everybody to get out there into that other world, okay? The other parts of the world. Now, it's easy, in my opinion, to be the man in your city, okay? But what about the man to the rest of the world, you know? What about the man that can put your whole entire family on by disappearing and coming back and just being a different type of energy when you come back, and you put your family onto everything that you ever learned, all your friends, all your family. Of course, I want all of them to be here, but all that takes time, right? So if you're watching this video and you made it this far, it's only been 2 minutes, but if you made it this far, like, comment, subscribe, because that actually helps me to get to my goals of what I'm trying to accomplish with my family. All right. So my plans were to go back to America in December. It's currently September 2025. My goals were to go back to America in December, but I looked at the flight prices, and one thing I learned from being out this far is my type of seats that I sit in on the airplane, and I refuse to sit on economy on a flight going back that far. Now, yes, I have the money to go back to America and fly business class, but I had to look at the big picture. Is it worth it right now? 100% yes, it's worth it right now, and I'm not gonna degrade the reason why it isn't. But the reason why I'm not gonna go back is my family's very important to me, right? They know that as well too, whether it seems like it or not, because I've been gone for a year and stuff like that, right? But they're very important to me. But I think my presence would mean a lot more when I can come back and I can actually help everybody get into position. They know that I left, and they know that it's a purpose behind the reasoning that I left. But if I come back talking about it, it's not going to do anything for my family. But if I come back with the actions, it's going to do something for my family. So I need some more time, okay? I need some more time before I book that flight, because I don't want to go back there and be comfortable again. It's easy to get sucked back into that America algorithm. Okay, I'm going to book the flight this time, on this day. I'm going to book the flight on this day. And the next thing you know, you a month, you a 2 month, you 3 months, half a year pushed out towards that bag that you were supposed to be chasing overseas, right? So that's all I'm doing, is bag chasing, right? But let me tell y'all something too, right? Let me give y'all a lesson to this bag chasing. When it comes to this bag chasing, it's going to be a lot of days when you're working for free, okay? So I'm building a social media platform right now. Well, not platform, but I'm building a social media presence right now, where in the past 6 months, I've grown to just below 40K on TikTok. Been very consistent on there. I'm about to go even harder after this video, because when I make these videos, it gives me motivation again to go harder, because I have to remember my purpose. All I'm doing is refreshing my brain on my purpose, okay? Built up to 40K on TikTok, and I have to keep on going. I have to get to 100K on TikTok. I have to go hard. I have to go hard. I have to go hard overseas. There's no reason for me to go back right now besides to see my family, but that's gonna be thousands of dollars to go back to see my family in America when I could have saved that money and put that towards content. So that's gonna be the promise I make to everybody that's watching this video and made it as far in this video, is that that money that I saved from going back to America, I'm going to reimburse back into my content. That means I need to go to Tokyo by the end of the year. I need to go to Japan by the end of the year. I need to go to China by the end of the year. I need to go to the Philippines. All of this stuff within September all the way to the end of the year, right? I may do my New Year's in Japan. I may do my Christmas in Japan, right? That's a destination I always wanted to do, but it's time to push it back into the content, all right? So, piece of advice, invest in yourself before you invest in others, right? And my family knows that I'm a hard worker. They know that I got all the drive, and they know if anybody can do it, it's going to be me. Now, a lot of people ask me, how am I affording this lifestyle, right? It's not really a lifestyle. I live a very low cost of living life right now, right? Believe it or not. The only thing that was really expensive was my flight, okay? Which I use with credit card points, okay? Once you get out here, you don't have no choice but to figure it out. You know what I mean? Like, I have, of course, money saved up, and I have all of my money in the market. Probably 95% of my money is in the stock market. I got some real estate, and that stuff is what's helping me pass the time by, right? I have a group that I teach how to trade in the stock market as well too. That's what's helping me also, you know. Not the funds from the group, but let me get straight to the point when it comes to the stock market, okay? All of my money in the stock market I've never touched, okay? Meaning that I've never taken the money out of the stock market one time. Never, all right? Never had a withdrawal one time. The reason why is because I'm building towards the bigger picture. This is how you become a rich individual. This is how you're able to take care of your family on the long term. And I'm giving you a free game this whole entire time. So this is what I teach my members. I teach my members what companies to invest in, obviously, and I teach them on how to lower your cost of living in life and drop your expenses. Now, of course, obviously, everybody's not going to listen to everything I say, just like how I wouldn't listen to everything that somebody else says. But I genuinely think if you made it this far in this video, you're obviously a little bit interested in what I have going on, and you should join my group. My group will put you in a better position. Now, my group and what I teach requires you to have a job or a stream of income coming in, okay? Because I teach people how to touch $1 million. Yes, $1 million in 4 years, all right? But in order to get to that $1 million, you have to lay low. You have to cut out all of the distractions. And one thing that I notice in this world is it's a lot of distractions. Even with being overseas, it's a lot of distractions. But when you have this group, you have my mentorship that comes with it, okay? You have my strictness that comes with it. I'm pretty much, I hate to say I'm a coach, but I'm literally coaching my members on what to do and what not to do in order to be successful, okay? So I have $1 million game plan that can get you to $1 million in either 4 years, 7 years, or 10 to 12 years. Now, which plan you pick is 100% up to you. Now, if you hate my group, all right, and you join my group, this is for all of my friends, all of my families, all of the strangers in the world that happen to see this video. I feel like if you see this video, this is your blessing, because you have direct contact with me right now before my name is up here, because my name will be up there. And it's not delusion, it's just I know my path. I know my presence when I walk into a room, and that just comes with being who I am, all right? And it's not to be arrogant or cocky, it's just what it is, you know? Everybody knew that I was special from the early on ages in high school and stuff, and middle school, you know. It's just aura, and as a man you should believe in yourself to that level. But back to my group, okay? Back to my group. If you don't believe in yourself to the level of how I believe in myself, this group is not for you. If you don't believe that you're a special individual, this group is not for you. Now, if my group does not work out in the first month, I will refund your money personally. I do not care about your money, but the reason why I charge people that I love and I care about, and even the strangers, is because if I give it to you for free, you're not going to take it serious, you know. And I have members right now that pay for the membership and still don't take it serious. So how is somebody that's going to get it for free going to take it? All right. Now I'm going to call out my little brother, and I'm going to use him as an example. Okay. When it comes to my little brother, he was my only free member. Okay. With him being my only free member, I barely ever saw him in any of my lives in my group. I barely saw him asking any questions. I have access to my brother's bank statements. I saw him withdrawing money from the account. And my little brother's 18, by the way, so I don't expect him to be 100% disciplined like me, okay? But, oh my God, when I started charging him, he became a whole nother beast. So if I charge my little brother, I gotta charge you, you know what I'm saying? So, it's a beautiful thing knowing that I'm changing my 18-year-old brother's life right now, you know? And one thing I want to make very clear is my group is boring. It's not going to be fun, but in order to get rich, it requires boring days, okay? And I want to make that very clear. In order to get rich, it requires boring days. And one of my favorite sayings is, in order to get to the top of the mountain, it takes hard work, okay? And the people that got to the top of the mountain, it required blood, it required sweat, it required tears, and a lot of emotional stability, okay? At the bottom of the mountain, it's very easy to stay at the bottom of the mountain because that's where everybody else is. That's where the mass population is. America, for example, at the bottom of the mountain, that's where the mass population is. Now, I'm not saying that nobody in America is at the top of the mountain. I'm not saying that you have to come all the way to Thailand in order to change your life. It is important to get out of your city, in my opinion, because there's a lot of distractions back there. At least until you get to where you need to get to. And this decision to not come home to America was a very hard decision. Now back to the mountain, okay? Back to the mountain. You can climb the mountain, you can start climbing the mountain, but if you turn back, it doesn't count. You can climb the mountain, and you can get to the top of the mountain, and those people that is at the bottom smiling, I guarantee you the person that went through the blood, sweat, and the tears to get to the top of the mountain, the pointy part, they can't fit the full capacity of the population. Only the bottom of the mountain can fit the full capacity of the population. The top of the mountain, you're gonna smile way harder. Your cheekbones are gonna hurt right now. Look at this background behind me. I'm in a pool with an ocean behind me, you know? I'm climbing up right now. I'm in that process, right? Now, I'm not saying that I'm this perfect individual, but I know what it takes for sure. I know what it takes. And I'm very, very close. But if I go back to America, that could slow me down. That could slow me down. That could slow down my process. And this was the decision that I was supposed to make. I was supposed to make this decision, everybody. So I'm going to follow through. I'm going to follow through and do what I was supposed to do. Because if I don't, I could be blocking my blessings. And one thing we do, where I come from, is we block our blessings. My bad if I'm blocking the sun off of me. One thing I do, one thing we do where I come from is we block our blessings, okay? So that's what I'm not gonna do, all right? So I'm gonna set this camera down. And if you wanna see more content like this, or if this message meant something to you, and you came all the way to this point, say I made it at the end, in the comments on this video. Just say I made it in the comments. That'll mean a lot. And that's going to be my sign to keep on dropping videos for people just like you. Alright? And I can't wait for you to see this journey. And you could say that you saw me at this phase, which is a great phase. I'm very blessed. I'm very happy. But we got more work to do, baby. We got way more work to do. Alright. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I really appreciate it. See y'all on the other side. I'm about to go take a swim.